He kept beckoning me forward and calling out something that I couldn't hear through the window. I must have made a weird look, because 5 seconds later he slammed a piece of paper on the window.
You trying to get
where
down?
he had hastily written, "Guy in your car."
Right now? Oh no! Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, and goobers, to some more scary videos to watch in the dark. I know. It's been, I don't know, I think it's been like a month, maybe even 2 since I made one of these, but we are back with some more scary videos to watch. Today we'll be watching Horror Story Animated, Don't Stop Don't Stop for Gas at Night by Kayla Arts. Shout out to Kayla Arts. She does amazing work with her animations. But without further ado, man, I haven't said this in a while. I don't want to waste your time. We're gonna get straight into the video. Your boy's excited. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a minute since I got scared.
Back in the summer of 2016, I got my first job at 18 years old. I was excited about the work, but not about the commute. Without traffic, it was a 30-minute drive both ways, and I normally got off work around midnight.
Okay.
The last thing I wanted to do was drive a half hour to get home. During the first few weeks, I was still getting used to my new routine, and one of the first things my mother told me was to keep an eye on my gas tank, and if I ever needed more, I should leave early and stop on the way. But
Hold on. I know, I shouldn't be stopping it. Can we appreciate the animation, the detail right now? Like, bro, this is amazing. I would literally just, this honestly looks like a Cartoon Network show. If anyone heard of Steven Universe, I'm getting straight Steven Universe vibes.
Never on my way back. I understood her concern. I was a petite 18-year-old female, and I looked even younger. But being who I was, I half forgot, half ignored that advice. And one night on my way home, I realized I legitimately didn't have enough gas in the tank to get me to my exit.
Got you.
I pulled into the first station I could find, not caring about the brand or the cost of the gas. I decided to make it as quick as possible, and only put in about $10 worth, just to get myself out of there.
To think about, bro, my ladies out there, bro. I know, for y'all, being by yourself, doing that gas stuff, always let the man do it. If you're by yourself, yeah, pump your gas. But if you have a man in there, friend, boyfriend, brother, let that man pump your gas, bro. And then for my dudes out there, you better be ready. Pump that gas in by yourself. I'm alone, bro. You don't know what's gonna happen at a gas station alone, except QT. If you know what QT is, that's like and racetrack, safest gas stations, and Buc-ee's. Can't forget about Buc-ee's.
I swiped my card and began pumping gas, and once it got to the $10 mark, I shut it off and printed out my receipt. Thinking the worst was behind me, I was about to climb back into my car and book it home, when a voice came from the tiny intercom above the pump. "Ma'am, there was a problem with your credit card payment." I paused and glanced at the guy at the counter.
That's crazy.
The chills spiraled down my neck. He was one of those tall, gaunt, sketchy-looking clerks.
Does he look sketchy though? He looks like the security guard for FNAF. That's what he looks like. Hello, bro. I haven't played a FNAF game in. I'm scared of those things.
He was staring right out the window at me, beckoning me to come inside. I stepped back towards the gas pump and pressed the button on the intercom. "What's wrong with my card? I have a receipt. It went through just fine." I didn't try to hide the annoyance in my voice. I didn't like the look of this guy, or the way he sounded.
The close-up.
"I just need you to come inside, ma'am. Your receipt is incorrect.
That's
I'm going to need
sketchy.
to run your card in here."
That's
He
sketchy.
replied, a bit too quickly. I looked back at the guy through the window in frustration. There was no way I was going in there, where I would be alone with him. He was staring at me wide-eyed, like some kind of creep. I stood my ground, pulled out my phone, and checked my credit card app. I held it up stupidly as if he could see it from there, and I pressed the intercom button again. It went through. I see it on my statement. I'm not coming in.
Type.
Ma'am, if you attempt to leave, I'll call the police. I have your tag number. Please come inside.
Bro, if I have my receipt, I'm not coming in there. If you're telling me, because, you know, by the animation, it look sketchy, but I think this story is true. But if it is, if it's not, if I know someone's sketchy in the gas station, call the cops. I'll probably be more safer if you call the cops and have to be a one-on-one conversation with you.
I then shouted at him from across the parking lot instead of pressing the intercom. Over $10 of gas, you're gonna call the cops? Fuck you.
Type.
I'm leaving.
Type!
I walked a few steps around my car and gave him the finger.
I agree.
I was just about to walk back around my car and climb into the driver's seat when I paused. He was mouthing something to me through the window. I would have ignored it, but he suddenly looked much more desperate than creepy. He kept beckoning me forward and calling out something that I couldn't hear through the window. I must have made a weird look, because 5 seconds later he slammed a piece of paper on the window.
You trying to get down?
Where he had hastily written, "Guy in your car."
Right now? Oh no! Yuck! Oh my gosh, bro. That has to be one of, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Imagine getting in your car. You just, took it. Gone. Oh my gosh. In the detail, bro, the detail they put in this man's face. I don't know what's scarier. That actual thing happening or he's doing it. Bro. Oh yeah, I would have sprinted too.
I booked it inside the station, and once I was there, the clerk locked the door and told me to get down.
D1 track star.
He had his eyes on my car and had a gun in his hand.
Okay.
I squatted down behind the counter and watched the security cameras as a tall guy in sweatpants and a windbreaker nudged my back door open, slid out quickly and jogged away into the night. I started freaking out. Turns out the clerk had noticed the guy hanging around the side of the building on the monitors. And as soon as I pulled in, he made a beeline for my car. He crouched down and opened the door, and slid himself inside as I was swiping my car.
Oh,
Being careful.
Oh, nah. You see how swiftly, like, okay, first of all, how he was walking, that wasn't swiftly. I guess he was like nudging, but you see how calm, like he's been doing this his whole life. I'm pretty sure this is a thing though, like 100%. Bro, I'm telling you, anything late night is sketchy. Depending on where you're at. The gas station, 100%.
Not to close the door all the way behind him, so that I wouldn't hear anything.
Oh.
The clerk had noticed all of this on the camera, and immediately called the cops, who arrived a few minutes later. They searched the area and my car, but were not able to locate the guy, or anything that would lead back to him. The gas station clerk probably saved my life, because who knows what would have happened if I had driven off with that stranger in the back seat.
Oh yeah, he's clutch.
I think the lesson here is obvious. It's not enough to be cautious. You have to stay alert as well. Be suspicious but not stupid. And always listen to your mom.
Oh yeah, the clerks, the guy behind the counter, he was clutch. He was definitely clutch. But alright y'all, we have one more video to go through. So let's get straight to it. Alright y'all, so this is another story animated by Kayla Art. Shout out to Kayla Art. This is called Horror Story Animated. I used to work the graveyard shift at Dunkin' Donuts. I remember a friend that worked at Dunkin' Donuts, but the graveyard shift? Is Dunkin' Donuts always 24 hours? You know what? I don't even know. Let's get straight into it. Is Dunkin' Donuts 24 hours? Now I'm curious. The graveyard shift.
I used to work the graveyard shift at a Dunkin' Donuts. For those of you who don't know what a Dunkin' Donuts is, it's basically a donut chain that sells coffee, breakfast items, and of course, donuts.
Of course.
This brings me to a little over a month ago when our location was recently selected to become 24 hours. A lot of other establishments would maintain a 24-hour drive-through window, but ours was fully open. I'll be honest, it was interesting to see the new types of customers who would come in during these hours. We of course had the hipsters and goths who had nothing better to do at
Bro, okay. Like I'm saying, bro, you can't tell me, but hold on, I have to go back.
these hours.
Look! You can't tell me that this animation doesn't give you Steven Universe vibes. I don't know, I forgot what the purple girl was called. Amethyst? I think I'm wrong, but this looks like Amethyst, does it not? Bro, this animation is top tier.
Of course had the hipsters and goths who had nothing better to do at 3 a.m. than to sit in a coffee shop drinking 1 cup for an hour. There were the occasional overworked businessmen and interns, trying desperately to finish that last-minute presentation. A couple weeks ago, I had encountered a new type of customer, though he is very difficult to describe.
Okay.
Have you ever met someone that makes you nervous for some unknown reason?
Oh, of course.
Well, at around 2:30 a.m., a man walked in with a large overcoat, with the collar pulled up, and a black beanie on his head. What struck me as odd first was the lack of people in our lobby. Normally at this time, we'd have the goths huddled in the corner cursing the system or something.
Why does he kind of look like Gru from Despicable Me? He's tall as heck. He low-key does look like Gru though. You can't lie.
But the entire store was empty aside from this man, myself, and my manager who was in the back. Probably sleeping or something. After this person walked in, I thought it had to be a homeless man, trying to escape the cold and possibly seek out a hot cup of pity. But then I saw his face.
Look!
He was somewhat gaunt, but cleanly shaven.
That's Gru!
His eyes had dark circles around them as if he were tired, but he seemed quite energized.
Oh,
He
gosh.
then walked up to the counter. At that moment, I realized how tall this guy was.
Golly!
Like Kobe tall.
Kobe tall. Black
I
Mamba.
asked him what he would like to order. He just stared straight ahead as if he were zoning out.
Where's his minions at?
I repeated my question a bit louder. He only said one word. Coffee.
Word. Before he even starts talking, what are you really doing in this situation? The last video we just watched, it was late at night. He's working a graveyard shift at a Dunkin' Donuts. 7-foot guy, and never judge a book by its cover, for sure. For sure, never judge a book by its cover. But how this video is about to present itself, something bad is gonna happen, right? But bro, what are you doing in this situation, bro? He's huge.
The man then leaned down and looked me in the eye.
It's over.
And asked me if I was alone. I told him I wasn't, that my manager was in the back room. He then pulled out a few crumpled up dollar bills, handed it to me, and then walked back out of the door without taking his coffee with him.
Bro.
As soon as he left the building, I felt this intense atmosphere lift up from around me. I was at a loss for words, to be honest. I quickly rushed to the back and told my manager about the whole situation, to which he...
Oh, his manager was actually back there. I would have lied. Because sometimes with 24 hours, I feel like managers aren't there, or it is the manager there. But the manager wasn't there. Oh, I would have lied for sure. And was Buddy on something? He left his coffee. He must have been on something, bro.
She told me to put the man's money aside in case he comes back for it.
Good
the
manager.
next night, everything was back to normal. The usual customers sat in their respective seats, sipping their coffee. While I was keeping myself busy and mopping the floor, I couldn't help but think about the interaction I had last night. That's when I happened to look out of our front window. And I saw him.
Bro.
He was standing across the street under a streetlight. He was just standing there, staring at me. I turned to see if my manager was behind the counter, and when I looked back, he was gone.
He wants that manager booty.
At that point, I was starting to feel unnerved. My last night working there was the worst by far.
You ain't getting me.
And also the reason I quit. I had arrived at work and relieved the people working before me. That's when I received a call from my manager telling me that he had a family emergency and would be a few hours late. I was upset, but there wasn't much I could do, so I just said all right. After 3 uneventful hours of me cleaning the same racks over and over again to keep my mind off things,
What's up?
I glanced out of the window once more. What I saw made my blood turn to ice.
Oh my
The man was
gosh!
standing on the other side of the window.
Bro,
He was grinning at
don't do that. Oh my gosh. What is he doing? Kissing the glass, bro? Bro, oh my gosh. Imagine a 7-foot man wearing all black. Just doing this, bro. Just creeping you out on your job. You're just trying to get paid?
me with a sinister
He got
smile
nothing
that
else to
caused my body to
do.
seize up. Right away, I pulled out my cell phone and called the police.
He bigger than the glass.
While my phone was ringing, the man did something strange. Without peeling his eyes from the glass, he pulled out a cell phone from his pocket. I watched him carefully as he began to type something into the phone without even looking at it. At that moment, my phone buzzed, notifying me of a text. The message said, "Now you're alone."
We're fighting. Oh my gosh, bro. We're fighting after that, dude. If he bro. They gonna hit me with this goofy song at the end, dude. No, bro. I don't care how tall you are, bro. If I'm scared, I'm bro. I'm fighting, bro. I'm fighting to the last man. But those are the two videos. Shout out to Kayla Art. She's amazing what she does. Dude, she's amazing. I love this animation. It's fire. But if y'all watch the beginning and the end of the video and the videos, the link in the description if you just want to watch this by yourself, I totally understand. It's good animation. But that is it of scary videos to watch in the dark. I hope you enjoyed. I appreciate y'all. And I love y'all. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Have a wonderful day. I hope this video didn't scare you too much. Peace.